You feel weary sometimes, don't you? Life can be exhausting. The battles you face day in and day out drain your energy. But listen closely, for I need you to understand this. You are not meant to carry the weight of the world alone. When you feel like you can't take another step, I am here to carry you. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. I want you to picture this. You're in the middle of a raging sea, waves crashing around you, and you're trying with all your might to stay afloat. You're struggling, you're tired, and then I am there. I calm the storm. I lift you out of the water. Type amen in the name of Jesus. I place you on solid ground. This is who I am.
Hey kids, are you in elementary school like us?
Always. I'm trying not to get out of
We
it.
love science! We have a new show on Generation Genius
You know what it
that
is.
helps you learn.
The kids know what to do. Them kids gotta figure it out, bro. We ain't gotta figure it out. We boring, bro. We boring as hell. I remember people used to bowl. Y'all remember people used to go bowling? Go to the skate ring. They don't do that no more. I don't know. I don't even know if people still do that. I don't know why they never put. Oh, they probably did. Put a pool type of ring in on skating alley. Yeah, I think this right here is a way to. This is the best coat I got. My nephew gave me this coat. I love the coat, y'all. I done did a few. Let me shut up. But I like this coat. That cat, something there, bro. Y'all, that cat jumped out. Shout out with the curtain, bro. Like Tom Cruise. Oh, damn. Yeah, you deserve to come in. Fleas now. I just have to get rid of it. I got rid of it already. Ain't got fleas though. She don't. Yeah, she got them. Honestly, I feel like all animals outside got fleas. Even if you got stuff on them or not. I don't know though. My animals don't act like they got fleas though. I don't know. That's why I don't stand in the house though. We need them to hunt. When you live in the country, you gotta have a cat to hunt mice and snakes. Otherwise, you if you scared of snakes and mice and you live in the country, you buy them drizzle if you ain't got no cat. So they more useful than non-useful. All animals are though. You just gotta know what you need when you need it. Some people need a cat and a dog, you know. How would you get them? Cat's hard-headed to me, man. I'm more hard-headed than dogs, though. Stubborn. I feel like real women. Cats act like real. The way cats act around me, women act around me. That's why I be running from. Most time I get with women, they be like, they done heard all this stuff, so they finally take their chance with me. They're the ones that wind up better than the rest of the women. But they've been so, I grew up in this rural area. I guess you could call it human. They just try to fit in with the crowd, I guess. Fuck their whole life all the way up. My grandma used to make me do stuff like this, y'all. And there's something about putting your fingers in the dirt. really did sit down somewhere. Man, it's bad outside. It just, you see how it be doing. I do too much, bro, with the energy. Do too much of the, you know, I ain't gonna say wrong or negative, but he be out and about. I guess it's good to move like that when you're that old, though. I'm not gonna get that old yet. My mom be like, hey, you think you can take me to the store? Not really. My grandpa used to talk. My grandma, not really. He'll do it though. Not really, Sally. I miss them. They were funny as hell. Not really, Sally. My grandma, when she know my grandpa without cheating and shit, he'd come in the house, drinking. My grandma 76 years old, still drinking, cheating. He's moving like he's 13, 16 years old, whatever. My grandma I just stay there with my grandma and wait on my grandpa to get there. My grandma used to say, hey, Tat. She just keep bothering her. His name was Tat, too. Hey, Tat. Tat. What they say on that TV, Tat? What TV salad? My grandma was like, what TV salad? What TV? Tat. Tat, what they do that for on that TV for like that? My grandpa used to be like, my grandma finally get mad because he know what she doing. He finally get mad at her. And he'll be like, I don't know, ask him. He'll go back outside and be late as hell. I know he be tired. My grandma, she don't even say that about us. She just go, She a sweetheart, bro. Now that I know what they all went through a little bit more of it, they irreplaceable, boy. My grandma was sweetheart. She was funny as hell. Hey, Tat. They never fought though, y'all. I mean, I heard they fought a lot when they were younger, but I spent a lot of time with my grandparents. I ain't never seen them. I saw them have arguments. I ain't even seen them fuss. They have arguments though. Anybody else? She said you always put your hand in the dirt, bro. She had me going out to the garden getting green beans, popping them bitches. Y'all have to pop green beans. You gotta string them. You gotta pop the green bean like you pop these right here. My grandpa was sitting down, had me sitting down. We'll go out in the garden and get some. And then we'll do this down there for 4 hours, bro. And you know, I used to wonder. I used to get mad at them, like, y'all wanna do something. And then when I got old enough, I stopped going around because I got tired of doing it. But then I never realized till later it was meditation, y'all. That was the way they meditated. And my grandpa, he used to always sit around this tree and just for hours on end. This man had anything he wanted. He'd just sit right here at this tree. And I noticed the further I got in my meditation, I started sitting at the tree like that. And I think it's a gift he got. Sit there, it's like the world going round and round. The world going round and round. It's like Lego. It's just like so you don't get nothing like that. It's just like that movie that superhero they got out, not Mad Scientist, but Stranger Things, something else. That was a good show too, Stranger Things. But my grandpa, man, he would just sit there and he would do certain things. Yeah, I'm just thinking like, why did that? I used to ask myself why didn't they do anything. I stay away from it because I want them to do more, like have fun with each other more, or whatever. kids dream. It's just a kid fantasy of what I get. Cause it's in white and black. That issue right there. I think that's gonna be fixed if we fix this timeline, y'all. Because there's a lot of people that stuck around they South Node, and there's a lot of people that stuck around they North Node. I mean, yeah, I think so. I think it's both ways. That's how they gonna find each other, though. Think about it. You really think you supposed to have a broken family? You really think? I mean, you gonna always have an issue in life, but do you really think these same issues that we all been having, rich or poor, it's supposed to be like that? It's cause the timeline it's cause y'all over there with South Node. I think people look at South Node. That is the way. That's the main way to look at it. But South Node ain't really bad. South Node to me is discipline. It's a discipline in there. It's a disciplinary area in your life you have to go through before you cross over. Like, okay, these kids, they went through this, and we're gonna judge them on the Libra scale by this life pattern or whatever. That might not be what it is. I'm just saying. I ain't judging them by both. Obviously, it's a Libra scale. So if you think about it, if you do your South Node, and that's why the higher ups and the Astro had to intervene because somebody violated a spiritual law in order to get financial treasure, and consequently led to the damage that we was previously having. I think we're working on it now, though. I think it's getting better now. Everything's a process. Take time. I had learned that, bro. When I used to have all them bad habits, I was following people who conquered the bad habits, but yeah, they tore their family apart conquering the bad habits. So I had to learn how to heal myself without having them, without letting withdrawals turn me against my family. And when I finally mastered it, I went to work because I realized I need to do something with my testosterone besides be around people, have sex. Something working is good. It's like when you come into this earth, it's like it's a game, y'all. It's so much sleep you gotta have, so much food. They just say that's the way it is. So much this, so much of that, and you get judged by the decisions you make in the game. So money, that's why you feel like money is the root of all this. It really ain't like that. It's like whatever your fantasy is, really. Same thing with fasting. Like, I ain't never have a really eating problem after I started getting control of my size. So something else became my problem, which was drugs. So when I used to be big in churches. When I used to have to do things in churches and fast, and they be doing 40 days, 40 nights fast, or 20 days, 20 nights fast, whatever. I just fast whatever my habit was to quit the problem. And that's how I quit my habits. Because I managed, when you fast, you make a promise to God. That's a promise to God. And the longer you go acknowledging that promise to God, 2 hours, 4 hours, 2 days, 4 days, 20 days, it don't matter. That's the promise you made to God. So, since I never had a food problem, fasting to me is going without something that you feel you need all the time. One time I fast, I fast all the time, but a lot. But when I was studying it, one time I fast for sex, and one time I fast, a lot of times I fast for drugs. And that was the way I got over my temptation for either one of those things. And I realized, I started seeing the people who overly indulge in that stuff from a different perspective. And just how they look at me, how my clothes and my hair look, and how bad I look, how bad they think I look. I think I look beautiful, but how bad they think I look or whatever. How bad I think. That's that's just where it is. I'm talking about fasting when I snap out of it. So that's how I got off everything. That's how I quit. When I make a promise to God, I try to keep them because I already, go through enough. And it ain't just because of that. It's because of the love I got for God. But when I conquered, it was like as I was when I started going through the drug phase and going through the withdrawal stages and the lashing out, I realized that in between the drug withdrawal and completely healing from something, there was like a nightmare of a hill to go up around. And it was just in between quitting the drug, withdrawals, and healing. And I realized in that little window of time, it's like a season, 2 summers or something, like 3 summers, three winters or whatever. And I noticed that the energy, when I gave the energy time, instead of just rushing back into something, I eventually started giving the energy time to heal before I rushed back into a situation to put a band-aid on what I need to be healing. And when I finally did that, when I finally came into the point in my life when I realized I can manipulate energy in a good way like that, I realized it ain't me manipulating, it's me actually getting on track. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I was like, oh my God, it's like if you go down the road where God been trying to tell you to go down in the first place, all of these fantasies, it's like everything we dream, everything we feel like we're missing, everything we want to be was exactly what we were supposed to be. But this right here was supposed to be an experience as well as a good time, a vacation. So what is a vacation, y'all? And that's what it is. So it's like somebody swapped the timeline and making us go, and it done went too long in the wrong direction. And that's what's going on in the world today. But and that easily got swapped by just stealing from those you're supposed to be. When you freed them after 500 years, you should have gave them their money and everything else. You should have gave them all. You shouldn't even decide to steal from somebody. You already got all the money. Why you stealing money? That don't make no sense, bro. You just doing that to keep stuff going. That's a narcissist. You a narcissist. You just keeping it going, man. And the sad part is it winded up revenue and money. But yeah, that's when I started like understanding all that I worked for, everything I was trying to do was really just a test, and it was like, what would you do to get to this dream? Would you sell your soul or would you keep your soul? Do you feel like you can receive this dream? Either or. So it's like the confusion came when I got robbed because I was studying that path, but it wasn't confusion. It was exactly what God wanted to be, so I can actually study the path and this piece of all this mechanical engineering. Like I said, I know now for a fact, it ain't no ill. As long as I keep lining up with God, everything gonna come to me. And anybody come to me, it ain't gotta be here. We ain't gotta stay here. But I'm just saying, when I'm alternating from my south node to my north node, and y'all gonna see everything just get into place, and that's gonna impact the whole world. because everybody in the world, high ups and all, can do this, and you can see the outcome. And I'm here to tell you that you see how they try to keep me in a miserable state, and even in a miserable state, my smile on my face is genuine. So you can only imagine if I had a quarter of what you got. So, um, yeah. Yeah, yeah, I figured out, like I said, the first time I figured that out was through sex. First time I figured it out was through sex. When I had the surgery, the little surgery, it wasn't like a hernia, but it was a lower intestinal surgery though. But um, I found out then when it was basically, it was like, you ain't gonna be there. I said I probably should have though. Never mind. I was thinking about some medical thing. But that's what like you better not have sex. For a while, you want to guarantee this surgery lasts a long time because you already ain't got no insurance. See, we having a problem with your insurance now. So, like I said, I was in a relationship with that Virgo. She was, me and her both with nympho. So she pushed me out the hospital and whispered in my ear, you know I'm leaving you, right? I was like, yeah, I get it. I said, don't mind, shit, I understand. Cause we both nympho. Then when I had to go through this period, at this time, I was with that girl for about 5 years, I know. So she left me. When she left me, I was too hurt to do the typical, which is find another companion. So I was forced to be without a companion for a year. And during that year, I changed. I evolved. It was like I was forced to transmute the energy of sex altogether. I couldn't have sex. I couldn't do nothing really. But when I did it, it changed me. Just that one, when I realized that one problem that I was making a problem that's supposed to be a gift that I was abusing, by me not abusing it, I realized I had a lot more energy to do other things with. So that's what I did. And when you start doing that, and you step out of situations, you start to see. You look back at those who you used to aim, and not in that bad or nothing, but you can just see the reflection. And I can see, even if they the greatest people in the world, but I know these people dark side, and I know how sexual in it. You can just tell by certain emotions in their body and stuff. I started realizing that. I was like, wow, I was one of those people. Almost like a cokehead, always going to the bathroom. Stuff like that. Everything come with a slip. Everything internal or external. Like if you gossip on the low, you gonna what you say? Yo, what you say? And you say, girl, what? What? You know how that shit go. Not unless it's my little troops. I ain't talking about my little tree. We out here, we trying to figure this thing out, so we calling each other, going in. Well, they probably do. But I hope they having a good time. I hope everybody out there having a good time, elevating. So anyway, I got a chance to look back at that too, even though I felt like I was alone, this, that, and I lost my girl, and I lost this and that. I realized I gained more money and I was selling drugs before that. So during that time when I ain't got a job, something I really didn't ever want to do, hell, I made more money somehow that year. Because like I said, I was forced to quit a lot of stuff and everything. And it was like, I was in my higher self then and didn't know it. I was forced not to do drugs, cigarette, all that shit. And then I was forced not to have sex. That was another dark night of soul for me right there. You might well say. I had to go somewhere else, stay. I had nowhere to stay in, really. Me and my pop was into it at that moment. And I was going to school. Yeah, I was going to school. And my brother just got murdered. My brother got murdered. My fiance left me. I had that surgery, my fiance left me in the same year almost. So I ain't had nobody to help take care of me. Because my family was like they are now. You know, they programmed to do it. You gotta see your heart and then you gotta take it to hell with you. So we keep doing something repetitive to guys. Okay, I'm over it. We done dropped you out to what you wanna do. Now you stuck in that cycle. Don't know what you're doing. You going around telling everybody else, what else you gonna do? What else you gonna do? People tell me that. People come around me and be telling me that shit. I think they forget that you stole. I have to look at them like, nigga, y'all stole my life. What that mean, nigga? They trying to fuck. I said, listen what I'm saying. Y'all stole my life. I knew where to get that life at, so I knew how to go get that life. You stole it from me in a life that you familiar with me on. Now understanding where I went to get that life. You didn't even comprehend it. You didn't even think about it. You didn't even presume or whatever word I'm looking for to even think that you just automatically assume somebody in my family, so-called rich-ass family, gave me all this shit, which you shouldn't have did, and you turned yourself into a whore thinking like that. You didn't, them dudes around you that were hating on me, they would tell you, oh, his daddy about that shit for him, go ask him. You know how I'm a That's a safety keeper, these hood daddy. Yeah, about just to keep their child from getting robbed or something. Y'all, they'll take that shit to the grave, but it'll be a flat ass out lie. And like I say, then that these niggas just fall in it, bro. But anyway, but yeah, when I started realizing the energy, so I got it this when it got to the point where this other twin supposed to came instead of sending this other one, and then one of them really came. Guy, you know, he told me he was gonna keep giving me whatever, elevate me. So anyway, I get into this Kundalini. When I started after meditating in this energy, that's something I didn't do in the previous energy. Meditate and pray a lot. So in this energy, I just embraced it by meditating and praying. And as I elevated, I realized I could see the higher up, just like you can see a demon. You can see the higher up, the archangels and all that. And I realized I see my grandparents and my ancestors, but I didn't see them first. I saw God and Jesus first, and God, it wasn't Jesus. Just I saw Jesus, and Jesus was like, oh, well, let's just say like I've been saying, it's alright. God was like, they be like in these waves. It's like this wave. It's like this tonal wave, and it's like frequency. Like it look like the galaxy up there, but it's like God and Jesus is riding these. It's like surfboards, snowboards, or something, but they ride the waves. And I don't know if they transform their bodies into this thing or whatever. But we are supposed to ride the waves as well, no matter what vibration we is. And when I seen this from the astro looking into the world in this, I can see the animals know this and innately, and they use this. And how is that possible? Because they ain't got no distraction. These distractions is what got the timeline off, and these distractions gonna have to be removed. A lot of people gonna have to let go of a lot of stuff. That's why this situation. It ain't about time in this situation with me. Because I'm here to do a mission, and it's a big mission. It's going to impact the world. It already have. But, so I'm spinning around on this thing, and I'm only getting to this elevation as I meditate. And when I spin, God gave me this little trick. When I'm in the energy, give me this sweet chocolate. And I don't even like donut, but he'll give me a sweet chocolate donut with sprinkles on it. And this donut is light, bright. This is like anime type stuff now. But he'll give it to me, and I grab this donut. It's just a way for me to stay on. Like, it's a way for me, like when they used to have to hold the cup, when they meditate, the higher ups used to go get somebody to meditate for them, like Edgar Cayce or whatever, they make them hold the cup. I don't know if Edgar did it, but they hold the cup, and if they go to sleep in the meditation, the cup will drop, and then it hit this little bell thing, and they'll wake back up because they don't want to wake completely up, and they don't want to go completely in sleep. They just want to stay in this suspense mode, which is that because they ain't never floating, right? So anyway, and I realized in this thing, I've been in it so long, I'm starting to realize how this thing moves with the wind or whatever. So it's like everybody in Astro and even in the hell and everything, you see us all going in this frequency. It's like a tornado of frequency, lights and stuff. And when you get off frequency, it's easy to tell. And then you start slowing everybody else down on the frequency, and then it start going back, all the way back. Like, you get what I'm saying? You can't do that shit. That's why your forefathers say you can't do it. You know, the God is real, whether you want it to be or not. So you going up, this thing is turning, and you getting off a frequency because you want these group of people to have this frequency, but it's not for you people. So you are on your vibrational frequency, but for some reason you want this frequency up here. You can't have this frequency up here. So you black magically take it, and when you take it, centuries might go by, decades or whatever, however it go. I don't know nothing about none of that. But then what happened is, slowly, as soon as you started doing that, just like I'm learning with my own life, saying the wrong words, saying the wrong stuff, doing the wrong stuff, like I said, a shot of liquor, I can feel myself descending. So when you decide to change the frequency, you ain't only descend like I would be descending. Let's say I descend from drinking a shot of liquor like this. When you decide to still a frequency, you took a whole gap. So everything was like pow, 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 till it finally got back up to the hill. That's how that worked out. That's why justice in the spiritual hill. Before it's time, I think. Somebody let y'all do that for too long, and then y'all in trouble as a whole for supporting it for $1. So a lot of people in trouble for this. Whole lot of people. And a lot of them trying to work on it. Good for you, but God gonna be your judge at the end. So that's that. But that's the way that worked. And anyway, when I finally got up to this frequency, I realized something. I've been in it for so long. That's why I want y'all to get at. When you're spinning on this wheel, you gonna be, before you even get to that, you gonna get to the door of your Akasha records. And your Akasha records is gonna be guarded either by your ancestors, your grandparents, or either a Neteru or Neter. And when you get to them, it's time for you to listen, because you finally right there where you need to be at. And they gonna guide you, and they'll keep you going on that wave. But when you lose, I'm gonna build a device. I'm working on a device now. If I build this device though, I'm never gonna say nothing about it. I ain't gonna give y'all a hint about it. If this particular individual come, I'm gonna just tell it to her and see what she think about it. And I'm gonna hope that she put it out, because it's gonna be lucrative for a lot of people, not just us. But it's gonna be powerful, so powerful we're gonna have to get permission from the government, because it's gonna be an advance for people. It's gonna be something the higher ups gonna wanna look into, because it's gonna help us vibrate higher, you know, cause this little device, this thing that I got it to where if I get distracted, because I like looking at my little peanut online, then I like to fantasize in a good way about what it would possibly be like if it was to happen. And I would get distracted. That's just to say that. I get distracted, get on my course. It don't take long for me, because they need me up there praying. So I got this device, and this device will let me know, oh, you distracted, so I gotta look around. And if you still got the cameras in mind, why you see me looking around and talking? 'Cause I'm trying to find the information. I'm trying to backtrack the information to back to my place. Cause I could be living in my lane, but I could still be out of place. So thankfully, I got that little device. Cause when I seen everybody abandon me and they were gonna put me in a situation where I couldn't talk to nobody, I knew I couldn't lose connection with God. So that's that. And long as so I worked on when they got me in here for 5 years, 4 to 5 years. I've been really working on trying to find a positive connection with God, a permanent positive connection with God, so I can always get back to God no matter what kind of position in my life. And lo and behold, so happened, I figured out a way. Well, everybody probably, I guess, I don't know yet. I've been stuck. Don't know if this will work for anybody else. But I probably figured out something where we all can, a device like a pager, bro, and you always get right back to God. Ain't that cool? It just go off. That fire. Y'all didn't even know it. Y'all so busy. I had y'all distracted. That's the way I work. I use my power good for good reason. I don't use, my whole family got that gift, but they probably only know to use it in a bad way to, But yeah, I got that. But so anyway, so how I know I'm getting back? He done switched the donut though. It ain't a donut no more, something now. Well, they working on switching because I'm elevating more. Now they getting in there, and now like when I get off, when I finally get back into my Kundalini, I know what I'm saying, through that part and through something else, I can feel me and God look at me like you back caught up again. And the whole I always trip up though. I go around in this way with Jesus and God now for a while, but I always trip up. We all do. And that's the whole key in it. That's why God told me, you can't catch every box.